It is classified, it is categorized as a song of ascent. It was sung by travelers as they journeyed up to Jerusalem. It was a song to help elevate the pilgrimage journey, a hymn for hard times. It produced a rhythm for the tough roads. In today's vernacular, it would this what we would call a playlist for the pilgrimage. A playlist is a customized selections of songs that if you know how to use it right, you use it in order to connect the mood with what you are going through. If there's a workout playlist, I don't know, it's a workout playlist, and that's the songs that I only listen to when I'm trying to work. I need something to motivate me when I want to give up. So I don't know. So it's a certain tune that goes with that. There's when I want to get romantic with the wife, I have a playlist. I have a playlist. Don't mess with me because my playlist is good. My playlist do all the talking. I don't have to say anything. That's how good my playlist is. Just play that. Oh yeah! And once every time it's a playlist. I got a playlist for the mood. Those sleepy days when I'm on my way to work and I need a little pep in my step. I know the playlist to put on. And I don't know about you, I even got a playlist when I get pulled over. I got a nice church playlist that happens every time I get pulled over. I just go into my church playlist, and the Mississippi Mass Choir seems to set the atmosphere to get me out of a ticket. It's a playlist for everything. You gotta try it if you don't have one. Mississippi Mass Choir seems to do it every time. So this particular song was a song for the people of God in transition because a playlist has the power to make difficult journeys bearable. That's what a road trip. What's a road trip without the right tunes? So it was imperative that they got the playlist right because mindsets are reinforced or renewed by the melodies we repeat. Mindsets are reinforced or renewed by the melodies on repeat in our mind. That's why it's important that when they was journeying up to Jerusalem, that the psalmist said that you need a soundtrack for the experience that you are going through. You need a song, a tune that for the elevation that you are going up. You need something to reinforce or to renew those minds and those thoughts that could ensure that you get there. So that what Psalm 121 is. Psalms 121 is written to strengthen the feet of weary travelers because the road to Jerusalem was dangerous, lined with thieves and bandits. The road to Jerusalem was demanding, filled with roadblocks and detours. The road to Jerusalem was dicey. The terrain was hazardous and unpredictable. And this melody was meant to drown out or provide an escape or to provide some safety net to help the people get through the issues ahead. It was to remind them that though the road was uncertain, their help was unshakable. And sometimes we need this tune to disrupt the music and the melodies and the words that's going through our head just to remind us that though the road may be uncertain, that our help is unshakable. Though the road may be frustrating at times. Though road rage may seem like the only option, may be the potholes and the traffic light seems to feel like it's slowing me down. I need a song to remind me that though the road feels is uncertain, there's help. Our help is unshakable. There's a lesson here because I have noticed that we cannot control the road we travel on. We cannot fix every pothole. Come on, Buffalo. As much as we complain about it, as much as we cry about it, the truth of the matter is we have no control over the potholes that we have to go through, or we can't even predict every red light, but we can choose the right music we move to. When life gets you down, the psalmist simply says, I will lift up my eyes. When life gets you down, when you're going through a low place, when you find yourself going through a valley after another valley and get a little discouraged along the road, this psalmist simply said, I will lift up my eyes. I want us to notice the subtleness of the text. When I can't get up, I'm challenged to look up. Lifting your eyes means to shift your attention, to adjust your view above what is in your line of sight. If, in other words, it's an attempt to change the song from stop replaying over and over again. And I believe that alone is a challenge. It's a challenge to change your mindset. It's a challenge to step out of thinking on low things. It's a challenge to get beyond the offense. It's a challenge to learn how to collect yourself and move yourself from the situation that continues to allow you to show up in a negative way. This is a challenge, but I love that the Bible makes it simple. Even it's simple, but it's not easy. I understand, but it's simple. He said, listen, this is how I'm going to get connected to my help. I'm simply going to take my eyes off of this and learn to put my eyes on something that is feeding me. I'm simply going to learn to readjust and refocus my attention off of what may be in front of me and off of the fears that stands before me. And I'm going to just simply look up above what's in my way. Lift your eyes. This is an effort to think on things above what brings you down, to snap out of what got you stuck. And have you ever been stuck on something? Have you ever been stuck on that doctor note? Have you ever been stuck on this particular situation with my child? Have you ever been stuck in a state of worry? Have you ever been stuck in a state of failure? Have you ever been stuck in a thinking that is below what God has for you? Have you ever been stuck on yesterday? Have you ever been stuck on the past? Have you ever been stuck on the pain? The Bible is telling us that sometimes deliverance is not deep. Sometimes deliverance is simply taking your eyes off of what you feel, that what has consumed you, and making the effort to look up. Look up in order to look away from what's consuming your attention. Sometimes success is not a change of clothes or a change of a dress, but it's a change of perspective. When you look around and you see only problems, when you look back and you see only regrets, when you look to the news and you see only frustration, when you look to your bank account and you see only not enough, when you look around and you see only unsupported people, this here is an alternative. The Bible tells us that we have an option to look up our eyes or lift our eyes to the hills. Tell somebody you have other options. I know it's tough. I know that situation continues to rehearse and play on repeat in your mind. I know sometimes it seems like what you're going through is all there is in life, but the Bible reminding us that we have other options. We have other options. That if you don't like what you are looking at today, then a believer has the option to lift our eyes up towards the hills for strength. The hills. The Bible said, look, lift up. I will lift up my eyes to the hills. The hills point towards the destination that reminds the traveler that the struggle of this present time cannot compare to the joy that awaits on the other side. For Israel, the hills point towards Jerusalem. It was the place of worship. It was the place of worship. So the song reminded them that beyond life's roadblocks, there is rest and renewal for the weary wanderer. They towards the hills. That was towards Jerusalem. It was towards an elevated place of worship. It was towards a higher dimension or a higher level of worship. It was towards a place that I want to get to. He said, sometimes when you don't like where you at, just look towards where you're trying to go and allow God to encourage you to take one more step. But can you be honest? Sometimes, I don't know about you, if I'm just speaking my truth a little bit. Sometimes I get a little discouraged. I get a little tired. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to get out of bed. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to sit here. I wonder if life goes on if I could just sit here. I'm tired of trying to be Christian every now and then. I'm tired of trying to be Pastor John every now and then. Sometimes I just want to sit back in my pew and act like I don't see the things that's going on around me. But the Bible is giving me another option. The Bible is saying the time when you are down, the time that you need a little bit of renewal, the time that you need a little bit of rest. He said you got to take your eyes off of what is and sometimes elevate your eyes on where God is trying to get you to become. Jerusalem is an elevated place of worship. But in order to arrive at Jerusalem, the people of God had to journey through some alternative routes. Oh, that's the problem. That's the problem. I'm trying to come to church. God, why do it seem like you make it difficult for me? I'm trying to live my life right. God, why do it seem like I'm still going through troubles and trauma? God, why do it seem like those who's not thinking about you seems to be walking and skipping on the road, and I seem to be hitting every pothole and getting stalled at every stoplight and red light that I can run into? How come, Lord? Why do I have to go through this? And we're seeing in the passage how Jerusalem is an elevated place. But in order to arrive at Jerusalem, you had to journey through some alternative routes. I don't know why I'm talking like a Baptist preacher. I'm trying to calm down. Trying to calm down. But some alternative routes. So I was thinking that there was three routes into Jerusalem that the pilgrimage had to travel through. It was first the central route. The central route. The central route was the most direct way into Jerusalem, but you had to go through Samaria, a place of spiritual opposition. So you could go through the fastest way, the most direct way into Jerusalem was to travel through a place called Samaria. And Samaria did not like the people of Israel because the people of Israel looked down on them because they said, y'all ain't really holy. So Samaria in defense would try to make it rough for anybody who is Israel descent walking through it. So even though that's the direct way, but that's also the way that you will run into some type of spiritual opposition. That's the central route. But then there was the eastern route. The eastern route went around Samaria, but then you had to run into a place called Jericho. And Jericho, nobody wanted to run into Jericho. Jericho would be like the Compton in the 90s. Jericho is like the hood, the ghetto. The Jericho is like how the Perrys used to be. I'm sorry. I used to live, and I'm not trying to, but the Jericho is the neighborhoods that people like to drive around. Jericho is the place, even though Jericho is their peoples, it's their kinfolks, but sometimes it's be your kinfolks that would do you the most harm. So Jericho is a place, even though it's their kinfolks, it's still a place that the people was like, I don't even want to go through. Jericho is a place of internal emotional opposition. So if I go through central, I have to go through spiritual opposition. But if I go through the eastern road, I have to go through emotional opposition from my own folks. You remember that Jesus gave a parable about a man who was down on his luck in Jericho, and he was robbed, bruised, and beat up. And even the preachers and the pastors and the saints walked by him and said, I'm just going to cross the street and keep on moving, because Jericho was a rough place. So the central route was most direct, but it was filled with spiritual opposition. The eastern route went around Samaria, but you had to go through Jericho. The western route was a way around Jericho and Samaria, but you had to navigate the physical toll of journeying through the long, dry desert. So the western route was an alternative. Hey, listen, we can skip Samaria and Jericho, but the physical toll by going on this journey meant that you had to suffer through a dry, long desert. Okay, preacher, this is cool, good information, but what does this mean? And I believe this is telling us that elevation will cost you something. There's no way around paying the cost. That elevation will cost you something. You can't tell me that you want to be a prayer warrior, but you can't get up in the morning. You can't tell me that you want to go deeper in worship, but you can't clap your hands and act like God has been good to you. You can't tell me that you want more for God, but you're not willing to turn up your plate every now and then. You can't tell me that you want more for God, but you're so busy that you can't be still and learn of it. Why? Elevation will cost you something, and I have to want Jerusalem more than more than suffering through what I have to suffer through to get there. Because when I get to Jerusalem, it's almost like God is like, I'm gonna give you a reason to worship me, because the hell that I gotta take you through in order to get there. Once you get there, you be glad once you there. So sometimes God gotta take us through some alternative routes so we can finally get there and act like we know how to do it. Oh, this is a scary thing, because this also means that you have to be careful how you show up in church. Because if you tell God that you're showing God by how you respond to Him that He is not all that, God is like, I got some alternative routes that can bring you down. I know some routes I know some back ways that I can navigate you through that would change your mood when it comes to me. God is like, that job got you acting a little bit funny, huh? Okay, I got some alternative routes that I can put you through. Those nails, those pretty nails. Oh, it make it hard for you to clap your hands because you want to look cute. Okay, I got some what? Oh, that pride and that ego and your macho-ness. It makes you feel too big to get on your knees and say, Jesus, I need you. Oh, that's okay. I got some alternative routes to break things down. So to get to Jerusalem, they had to pay a cost. to get up to Jerusalem. Because in order to go higher, we have to go through some things. But the psalmist proposed the necessary question. And the necessary question was, okay, if we have to go through some things, then God, then from where comes my help? Oh, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. I'm looking for help because now I know that I have to go through some things to get to where God wants me to be. And some things I can't go around it. Some things I can't spiritualize and act like it's not there. Some things I have to go through. Okay, God, so if I have to go through, then answer me this question. Then riddle me this. Where comes my help? That's acceptance. Lord, I accept the fact that I have to go through some things in order to have a greater appreciation of some things. And Lord, I accept the fact I don't even mind going through some things. But Lord, before I go through it, we have to be clear, where's my help? Oh, come on. I love Bible. I love Bible. You can't get more practical than this. Lord, I will do it. But before I say yes, wait a minute. Where's my help? And the answer is confidently expressed. My help comes from the Lord, maker of heaven and earth. So I realize by this that I've been looking at this passage all wrong. The Bible says that I will lift up my eyes to the hills from whence comes my help. But then I realized that when he said from whence comes my help, that is a question. So he's asking, is his help comes from the hills? And the Bible is actually correcting him in verse 2 and says, nah, your help don't come from the hills, but your help comes from the Lord, maker of heaven and earth. So he's trying to get our attention, okay, that the hills is not the destination. The hills is just a point and reveal to us that the direction of where our help flows. So don't get the hills mixed up for being the house of God. Don't get the direction point mixed up with the destination. So he's trying to show us, oh, I didn't know this at first. The question was, okay, I lift up my eyes to the hills, right? So, and he said, from whence cometh my help? But then he asked the question, okay, so where your help come from? And he's like, nah, your help comes from the Lord. I said, okay, Lord. So God is like, make sure that you tell your people that they cannot mix the two up. They can't mix up a destination pointer, mix it up with the destination. He said the church is just a direction pointer. It's just to say, listen, the way is this way, but don't come and get stuck at the church and make the church the destination. The preacher is just a destination pointer, direction pointer, just to say, yo, listen, peace is this way, but don't you get stuck at the preacher and miss Jesus. He's trying to tell us something. And there's three things that identifies God help within our lives. Three things that identifies God's help within our lives. If you're taking notes, write this down. If you're not taking notes, write this down. There's three things that identifies God's help within our lives. Because if you're going to elevate where God is calling you to go, you have to know where your help is. You can't get there and you can't wait till you arrive to get some information. Some information is important for the journey. Some information needs to be talked out on the road because you can't wait till you get to the destination and to think that you would know. No. Something God is like, listen, I'm going to put in you now. Because if you can learn how to depend on me along the way, then once you get there, the platform and the stage and the elevation will not mess you up, will not cause you to lose your mind. So sometimes God would take you through some alternative routes, and he would take you through some places where you have to learn how to depend on his help on the way. So when you finally get there, you won't lose your mind. And that's the thing that God is trying to teach us in this world where we want everything now, in this world where we want to lose weight without working out, in this world where we want perfection without any type of practice or process. And the Bible says, sometimes I have to reroute you and route you again through some alternative routes, so that when you finally get there and you finally elevate where I'm trying to get you, that you won't allow the success of being higher cause you to look down on other people. So sometimes when we're going through some things and we find ourselves a little delayed and find ourselves a little stuck, sometimes we just got to give God some praise and say, okay, he's trying to get in my mind right, or he's preparing me. He's getting me ready for where he's trying to take me, and thank God for it, because I don't want to get there and mess it up. I don't want to get there and become make it that platform be a place of shame. Make my blessing be a thing that gets me away from God. So God, thank you for preparing my heart so that I can enjoy it when it comes. So 3 things that identifies God's help within our lives. The first thing is God's help is sovereign. You have to know this along the road. You have to play this and allow this to fight the thoughts in your mind along the way. You have to know that God help is sovereign. What are you trying to say? Okay, the passage is telling me specifically that our help is not just any help, but our help is the maker of heaven and earth. So if he made heaven and earth, then he can handle what's happening along the road. If he can make heaven and earth, then when your path seems impassable, your problem feels impossible, the maker of heaven and earth can make a way out of no way. He said, listen, you will not get to where I'm calling you if you don't get that now. You will not. You need to get this along the way, that your help that is sovereign, that God know how to take a flat tire and turn that bad boy around and work it out for your good. God know how to take a pothole and turn that thing around to redirect you around some chaos that was up the road. God know how to make a mess of your situation and turn it around into something better. And I need you to get this now, because you got to preach yourself into this mindset now, so that when you get there, you won't leave God at every hurdle. You won't lose your mind at every hurdle. Oh, this is not my first time being broke. I've been broke times before, and each time I was broke, God came and delivered me out of it. So this is not my first time being sick. I've been sick before, and every time I was in my hospital bed, God shook something out of me and allowed me to wake back up and put me on the path. Tell somebody, you got to learn this now. You have to know where your help comes from. That God is sovereign. He can take anything. And Lady Tash, you have to learn this now. You have to learn this now. So when people do leave, you won't be like, you don't leave, please don't leave. No. I learned this now. I learned this along the way, that God can take an absence. God can take a walkout. God can take a divorce and work it and use that thing for his good. So when the thing do happen, I can lose you but not lose my mind. God help is sovereign. But another thing we have to realize, that God help is stabilizing. Verse 3 said he will not allow your foot to slip. That's how secure his help is. That he would not allow your foot to slip. This reminds us how he keeps us from falling apart in unstable situation. God helps is stabilizing. You may stumble, but he keeps you from seeing destruction when you should have fallen but didn't. When you're still standing despite difficult seasons, when your past failures did not disqualify you from God's favor, that's just God helping hand stabilizing you and making you fit when you are unfit. Why I need this now? You need to learn this now, because once you are elevated, I'm going to bring you through some tables that you did not deserve. And I don't need you passing up tables because you think that table is too big and you too small. So he said, I'm going to develop you now. I'm going to develop you along the way, that God now how to stable you in the midst of your mistakes. He know how to stable you in the midst of your wrong turns. So when I do get you to where I'm calling you from, you don't have to play your situation small. God helps, stabilizes you. He won't let your foot slip. Thank you, Jesus. Even on uncertain terrain, you have to learn now that he got you, because he won't let your foot slip. Oh man, so it means that your stability has nothing to do with what you stand on. It has everything to do with his hands keeping you despite what situation that you are going through. He said he will stabilize you. And last thing he will do, God help is sustaining. God help is sustaining. Verse 5 and 8, it continues to repeat how the Lord watches over you and he will keep you. Then it says again that he will watch over you forever, that he will not sleep nor slumber, but he will continue to watch over you. So this word keep means to guard, preserve, and sustain you continuously. It's not a moment, it's a lifetime. It's not just a circumstances, it's through it all that he will continually working to sustain your life. So he doesn't just stabilize your footing, but he preserves your life from the expectations of the enemy. Have you ever wondered why the words of your enemies have no validity over your journey, or how hell's expectation of you is not your lived reality? It means that God is sustaining you. We know what God's sustaining power looked like, because he told Peter, hey Peter, listen, you my man, and I'm going to tell you the truth. You know the devil desires to sift you out like wheat. And guess what, Peter? You're not strong enough to resist the devil. But because I'm a sustainer, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pray for you, and I'm going to sustain you through it, so that when you come through it, you can encourage other people. So thank God for his sustaining power. Why we need to know this along the way? Because we have to know that the enemy has spoken some words over our lives. The enemy has sent some fiery darts towards our way. Words that's trying to manipulate us for us to be small. Words that's trying to talk us out of what God has called us to. Words that's trying to keep telling you that you will never raise beyond the neighborhood you from. That you will never lift beyond the mistake that you are struggling with. But the devil is a liar. And Jesus said, that the Bible is saying, I need you to learn this now. So you will learn how to stand and not cower every time the enemy roars at you. God help is not just sovereign. God helps not just stabilizes us, but it sustains us all day and night. That's his commitment to keeping his people. So when the journey is jagged and joy feels distance, you have to remain singing all the way through. This is why you have to make sure your playlist is correct. You make sure that you have the right songs that is speaking to you, because we meditate off of the music and the melodies that we hear. And some rides, I need to know how to change my tune and change just so I can change my situation. I need to know how to change my melody just so I can learn how to move different. I need to know how to change the voices that are speaking to me just so I can find some new victories in some dead situations. I need to know how to navigate my playlist. Because when life gets you down, the psalmist is clear that we have an option to lift up your eyes towards the hills and understand that your help is higher than the hills in front of you. Tell somebody it's up from here. My helper is ordering my steps, which means I'm not stuck of where I've been. It's up from here. And for Israel, the hills pointed towards Jerusalem. But to the believer, the hills point to the direction of a greater hill. The hill points to a hill called Calvary, the place where our help comes from, the place where Jesus surrendered to a rugged cross to smooth some rugged patches and some rugged roads on in our life. It's up from here. God, if I'm going to elevate to where you're trying to get me to, if I'm going to climb to the heights of my calling and arrive to the highest point of my anointing, then I need to know and I need to have on repeat where my help comes from. Because that's what's going to get you there. That is what's going to get you there. So now that I know where my help comes from, now I know where my strength lies. Now I know where my help flows from. Then there's no other option for me than me to keep on moving, for me to keep on walking, for me to keep on trusting God, for me to keep on stepping up. I don't have to step back. I don't have to play myself small. I have permission to keep standing boldly in each step. Show up your full self in every room you walk in. Show up with all the confidence in every credit line that you go through. Show up in life like you got God backing you up, because that's the difference between where you at and where God is trying to get you to go. You got permission to stand on business. You got permission to live your life better than what you did only yesterday. You got permission to live beyond the mistakes that you made. You got permission to live beyond your failures of the past. You got permission. To keep looking up. Tell somebody it's up from here. Come on, say it with your whole chest. It's up. It's up from here. It's up from here. It's up from here. It's up from here. I don't know about you, but I can't stay stuck. It's up from here. I can't stay stuck in defeat. I can't stay stuck in old sins. I can't stay stuck in your opinion of me. I can't stay stuck in your expectations of me. It's up from here. I can't stay stuck no more. I can't stay stuck in my own thinking. I can't stay stuck in my own mindset. I can't stay stuck by my own tradition. I can't stay stuck in what we did last generation. I can't stay stuck in my own circle. I can't stay stuck in my own family tradition and views. I can't stay stuck. Tell somebody it's up from here. 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 I refuse to lose. I refuse to fail. It's up from here. It's up from here. I refuse to allow what's in front of me to stop me. It's up from here. He's called me to a higher place. It's up from here. It's up from here. Believe that. Do you believe it? It's up from here. It's up from here. It's up from here. It's up from here. So be encouraged. Because whatever in front of you is not even built to stop you. It's built to get your eyes to look up beyond it. So some of us are stuck behind some issues and some problems that's not even built to slow us down. It's built to reposition our eyes off of that onto something bigger and greater.